Ja lepo pričam ljudima, isključite bojler kad se tuširate. Jeste vi isključili bojler sad kad ste pošli? Mislim, to je opasno mesto, kupatilo je opasno mesto, bojler treba da se isključi pre tuširanja. A da li ubacujete, imate mikrotalasnu pećnicu, jel? A da li ubacujete, recimo, aluminijumsku foliju prekrivenu? Ne, pametno. To su opasne stvari koje nikako ne treba da pokušavate kod kuće. Na svu sreću, festival nauke se ne održava u vašim kućama, pa će našem prijatelju Laszlu iz Mađarske na ovoj sceni u Studentskom kulturnom centru biti sve dozvoljeno. Dakle, eksplozija nauke sa Laszlom Robertom Zsirošem iz Mađarske može da počne. Njemu smo sve dozvolili na ovoj sceni. Dobro, skoro sve.
Hello everyone. Very good, now you practiced a bit. I love science. I don't know if you like science. Okay, that wasn't too convincing. Maybe we should try it again. I love science. Do you like science? Yes. Getting better. Do you like science? Yes. Very good. Some people say no, but I will show you today that science can be really, really exciting. Let's do an experiment together, okay? I want all of you to join this experiment. I want all of you to say, You're a very good audience, very good, applause, good, thank you. Let's step one step further. I want all of you to say, and now comes my favorite part. Very good, very good, very good. We just made an experiment with the volume of the sound. The problem is we cannot measure this volume. We need a special device to do so. I will need a special device. I will need a volunteer for the next experiment. Can I have a volunteer? Someone is raising his hand over there. Come on here. Young man. Big applause. That was a special stunt that he tipped over. Hi, I'm Laszlo. What's your name? Ivan. Ivan. Very good. Can you smile? Good. Okay. I want you to smile at the audience, okay? Smile. Can you understand me? Good. So, we will use Ivan's face as a sound detector, okay? You can see he's smiling, but as soon as there will be a sound, his smile will be a bit distorted, okay? From this, it will go like this, okay? Okay, first, we need some source of sound. Some people are holding their ears, I can tell in the audience. Okay, now I have to pop the balloon. Hold it, please. No, relax, relax. We will not pop it in the usual way. It's science. I won't just put a needle in it. I will need to use fire. Fire was a great invention of mankind. That's why I'm using it. So, I put the candle over Ivan's head, and I will put the balloon over the candle. What will happen to the balloon? Boom, bang, off, yeah. It's gonna explode. Are you ready? Okay. So I want you to count how long this balloon can last, okay? Let's count together. 1, 2, and so on, okay? Are you ready? 1, 2. It was 2 seconds. Did you see his smile changing? No, not really. It was not a big sound, but maybe we can improve it a bit. As you can see, you can fill balloons with all different materials, not only with air. For instance, we have some very light gas here, but I can put something much heavier in the balloon, which would be water. Very good. So, silence please, we are making a sound experiment here. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Very good, very good. Okay, I want you to count till 5, okay? 5, pet, okay? I'm showing up my Serbian. I know like 5 words. One of them I can use here. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. I said till 5. Okay, it goes something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Thank you very much. Big applause to Ivan. Thank you. You can go back to your seat. Well, you might have noticed, if you paid attention carefully, that this balloon did not pop. How many of you expected the balloon to pop? How many of you wanted Ivan to get wet? That's not so nice of you. I need an observer here. Would you touch your balloon, this balloon? Is it hot or cold? It's not hot, that's what the young gentleman says. This balloon is cold. No matter if I put it over the candlelight, the water inside didn't get hot enough to melt the balloon, and that's why the balloon didn't pop. So, to be honest, this experiment was not about sounds, it was about fun, first of all, and second of all, it was about heat. But as I promised I would do you science sound experiments, I will just do one of my favorites here. And all the experiments I will show you today are easily be assembled at home, so you can try most of them. I will tell you which one of them you should not try. Do you have a straw at home? Yes. Do you have a straw at home? Very good. Do you have a pair of scissors? Yes. Okay, that's all you need for some science. I just stretched the straw with the scissor. I needed to make it a bit more flexible, a bit more elastic. And then I make 2 incisions from 2 sides, and I get something that sounds like a pipe. If I blow in it, listen what happens. What's wrong? What happened? Why didn't it whistle? Nothing happened, exactly, because I blew in it from the wrong side. Maybe I should try it on the other way. Okay. You could hear, yeah, you can applaud, it's okay. Thank you. You could hear that this straw made a sound. It is because when I blew into it, these little tongues here started to move, started to vibrate. And the whole straw began to vibrate after a while. And the length of this straw enhanced, amplified one of these wavelengths forming in this straw. That's what we heard as a sound. And the pitch of this sound is dependent on the length of the straw. I will show you what I mean by this. Well, this also means that the shorter the wavelength, the higher pitch the sound will be. Of course, you can use the straw in other highly sophisticated musical instruments. I made it myself. It's very precious to me. And in fact, it's very funny. Kids usually love it when I try to use it. You have to hold the index finger of this glove. this was much louder, maybe you noticed, not because only I put it closer to the microphone, but also I'm using a much bigger straw here, a tube, a plastic tube, which can amplify this sound much better. What happens here, this membrane formed by the glove starts to resonate, and this is amplified by this tube. You can easily do it at home. But if you don't want to assemble and don't want to spend too much time on it, I'll show you a much easier way. You go home, do the dishes. Maybe the parents agree with me now that the kids should do the dishes sometimes. You do the dishes, then you crawl under the sink. What you will see there is a tube going like this. So what you have to do, you have to unscrew this screw at home. Take off the other end. It will be easy. There is no screw here. Go to the living room and start to spin it over your head. The first thing you will see is a very strange expression at your parents' face. And the second one is a nice pattern on the wall. And the third one is a beautiful tone, isn't it? Thank you. So what happens here, when I start to spin this tube over my head, air flows through this tube. And as it flows, it bumps into these little ridges, and little vortexes will form, and the series of these vortexes will make this tube resonate. So again, it's vibration that we can hear. The tube will amplify these vibrations, and that's what we hear as a sound. But I think maybe it's enough of sound experiments, and maybe there is another volunteer that could help me now. But I need a volunteer who knows what this is. Potato, exactly. You know what this is? Okay, I need a woman at this time, maybe a very good household keeper. Hi, my name is Laszlo. What's your name?
My name is Milica.
Milica. Big applause to Milica. Very good. Do you like potato? Very good. So much. I give it to you, okay? How do you like it? Do you like it fried? Do you like it cooked? Or you want to drink it? Maybe you want to drink potato, okay? Nice potato juice. Who loves potato juice? Raise your hands. Not too many of you. Have you tried it? You want to drink it? Okay. But first, we need to put this straw in the potato, okay? You have to put the straw in this pod. Here you go. Almost, almost. Put it all the way in. Well, it's not really okay. Right, you are right, you put it in, but it all breaks, okay? If you try to put a straw in the potato, it will just break because there are forces acting on it that cause it bend, okay? But if we are smart enough, we can just use a trick on these forces. If we are fast enough, we can just drive the straw in the potato easily. We have to be really fast, okay? Thank you very much. You can take it home and you can drink it at home. Okay. Of course, you cannot drink potato, but you can drink Coke. Okay, I need to tell you that this show is not about healthy diet and fitness and stuff like that, so I can offer a Coke to whoever wants one. Maybe you want a Coke. Here you go. Oh, no. Hey, my name is Laszlo. What's your name? Nemanja. Okay. Nemanja will drink this Coke. Is it okay? No, because it's full of sugar, right? It's not healthy. It's going to explode. And probably your problem is that you won't get wet enough. So I'll show you how to do it. Raise your hand and open it like this, okay? So everyone can get Coke. No, hang on. I'm still close enough and I don't want to get wet. Yeah, of course, everyone knows what will happen. When you open this little tap here, the pressure will decrease suddenly, and all the bubbles that are forming on the walls of this container will raise immediately, and it will push all the Coke up, and it will create a Coke fountain. Do you want to see it? Yeah. Okay, you should do it at home. I'll show you what you should do at this time. If you start to tick on the side of this container, the bubbles will be released, rising to the surface. The pressure is still there, but hopefully, what? Luckily, I have another one. It is a very, very special gas. We will use it. So when you tick it, all the bubbles came up, so the carbon dioxide is on the top. And this way, we can open the can without spilling it. Thank you very much. You can go back to your seat. Maybe we have to send a rocket later on to get it. Okay. I have a science blog in Hungary, which is quite popular. I have a lot of viewers, and I get tons of questions from students. Usually, they want me to show them very simple, yet very fascinating experiments. And when I offer them answers to these, they are always a bit disappointed. They wanted something more spectacular, something funnier. So I just offer them, why don't you show the most boring experiment ever? Do you want to see the most boring experiment? Yeah, some of you want to see it, some of you don't. So whoever doesn't want to see it, just close your eyes now, okay? It will take only 2 minutes. I bet all of you, every single one of you in this room, know this experiment. I know you know it too. You need to get a glass and some water, and you need to fill the glass all the way to the rim. And I know many of you know that due to surface tension, you can pour a bit more water in the glass than where the rim is. And there comes the most boring part ever. You need to use a cord, put it over the glass, and you should ask your audience what will happen if you turn this glass upside down. Nothing. Of course, there is something. There is air pressure holding up this cord, and although this glass is full of water, the pressure of the water is smaller than the outer air pressure. Everyone knows it, I know that, but you can add a little twist to it. You drink a bit, thank you. That's how I drink. That's how we drink in Hungary. Good. Okay, now I turn it upside down. There is air with regular air pressure. There is water with water pressure. And there is only air pressure around us. So what will happen if I let the cord go? It will fall. Right. How many of you believed it would fall? Exactly. Well, a little bit of water has to leave this glass, and that's why the air inside expands a bit, and it will also be in equilibrium with the outer air pressure. But I think the funniest part is when you want to give someone a glass of water and just place it on the table. Anyone wants to remove it? Maybe it's not a good idea. But you have to try it at home. Okay, we are talking about drinking water, but what is more healthy than drinking water? Potato, exactly, potato juice. What can you drink that is healthy, good for your bones? Milk, exactly. So who wants to make milk? You want to make milk? Okay, come on stage. Hey, I'm Laszlo, what's your name? Philip. Big applause to Philip, the milk maker. Just turn toward the audience, okay? I give you a glass. This will be your milk bottle, okay? Well, in milk, you have water. Okay? Show it up that you have water, okay? Just hold it up. And you show some body gestures. Okay. Is it? Okay. Very good. Hold it. Hold it like this. And you also have oil in the milk, right? Actually, those are animal fats, but we will not argue on these. Okay, hold it up. You hold it. Very good. Applause. So, is it milk? It's not milk. All you need for milk is water and grease, water and oil. So you say it's not milk. Maybe you say that it's not milk because you have to turn it upside down. What happens here? The oil is always on the surface, right? Because it's lighter than water and they cannot mix. But you will help me now, okay? You will make milk, okay? Just shake it, okay? Start to shake it. Shake it faster, 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 faster. Show it up. And that's why you have milk. Thank you very much. Well, hang on. Maybe not so, although we got a thing called emulsion here. So tiny droplets of oil and water are around each other. That's pretty much what milk is. But the problem is that you can see that oil is starting to gather up here while water is down here. We have to add something, an emulsifier, to this solution. Something that can hold water and grease molecules as well. So for perfect milk, we just need to add a drip of detergent. Here you go. Shake it. Very good. Shake it, very good. Show it up. And now you have perfect white milk. Thank you very much. But you should never drink it. It looks like milk, but it isn't, okay? Maybe that's how they make it in factories, I don't know. Thank you very much. You can keep it. You can take it home. Go back. Go. How do you say you can go back to your seat? Thank you very much. Okay. Well, if we are talking about the kitchen, maybe we should do something that my parents never liked when I did at home. I'm sorry I have to get rid of this water here. Very good. Do you like to make mess at home? Like, do you like to make everything dirty? Very good. Do your parents like when you make everything dirty? No, okay, so you should do it. Okay. We will make bubbles. But we will not blow the bubbles. We will use tiny creatures to blow bubbles. These tiny creatures are little fungi called yeast. Do you know what yeast is? If not, ask your neighbor to translate it, okay? Yeah, I remember I asked it yesterday, but I forgot. Kvasac. Is that good? Okay. So this is kvasac. Maybe I said something wrong. Oh. You have to tell me what that was. Okay, nothing good. In this bottle, I have, what do I have here? What is it? Water. It might look like water, but it is not water. It is called hydrogen peroxide. It looks like water, but it has one more oxygen in it. And we will use yeast to break down that one part of oxygen, and we will make a big foam here by adding some detergent to it. Curious enough, we use the same detergent that we use for making milk. I don't know if you have noticed. So, while I'm mixing it, I'm telling you that yeasts produce an enzyme called catalase that can break up hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. So while hydrogen peroxide is very toxic, you should not drink it, you should not touch it, the end result will be very safe. I can even touch it. So, are you ready? Okay, when you do this at home, be very careful, okay? Spread something on the table so it doesn't get dirty. Parents agree with me? Good. You know what will happen, that's why you're gathering. Are you ready? So as I said, you have to make precautions, okay? Thank you. Well, can you imagine what would happen if we turn this bottle upside down? It would shoot up like a rocket, right? Do you want to see rockets? Okay, I will show you rockets in a bit. I just have to dry my hand. Okay, I just made a rocket here. It's really cool, isn't it? You can be honest to me. Is it cool? Some people said, no, you can be honest, please leave. Thank you. So, do you think it's a rocket? Do you think this is a rocket? Some of you said that neither of these are rockets. Well, I have a very easy way to show it to you. This is probably one of the first experiments everyone in this room have done in their lives. I filled the balloon with air. There is high pressure, pretty suck, inside. And when I let the balloon go, the air comes out in this side and it pushes the balloon in the opposite direction with an equal force. And that's what we call a rocket. Was it exciting? It wasn't that much exciting. And although my artwork, which I spent about 5 minutes building, maybe looks like a rocket, but it is not. There is nothing coming out of it that would push it forward. That would be Newton's third law of motion. And this would not do if I just throw it in the audience. Sorry. You can keep it. It's a masterpiece. But maybe we can build a rocket, a real rocket. But for building a rocket, we have to learn something about ignition, something about fire. I would need a volunteer. I would need a brave volunteer, in fact. Now I want something from back, okay? You in the second row, please. Hey, I'm Laszlo. What's your name? Vuk. Okay, big applause to Vuk. Very good. Are you sure you are brave?
Yes.
Can I ask you to take off your jacket? Thank you. Not much better. It's also acrylic underneath, but anyway, could you hold it for me? Thank you. You can sell it. It's good. Okay. I have a powder here that is highly flammable. They use it for making special effects, making huge fireballs. Do you want to see it? Yes. Okay, good. Look, could you go around the table? Thank you. I pour out this powder. I give Vuk some matches. And I want you to ignite that powder, okay? So, you ignite it, and when I say now, you just go there, put it here, and jump back, okay? To be honest, he will jump back anyway, but it's better to be prepared, okay? Here you go. Hang on. Go ahead. Ready, set, Go! Maybe try it again, and you shouldn't be that scared. Shh. Carefully, carefully. Don't worry, don't worry. Let's try it again. Don't worry. Yeah, it's Hungarian matches, I'm sorry. Actually, there's too much air here, so maybe we should skip using the... Okay, hold this, hold the button, very good. Ready, set, go! Go closer, 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 closer! And nothing happens. It burns, but it doesn't make fireball. Thank you, thank you. Actually, it's not your fault. Because you were great, applause, applause, he was great. Actually, he was very brave. No, 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 stay. The problem is, we haven't discussed something at the beginning. We need 3 things for making fire. What are the 3 things? What do we need? We need oxygen, very good. What else do we need? We need fuel, exactly. We need something that can burn. And what's the 3rd criteria? Space. We need heat, okay? We need enough heat to make this ignition. So come with me, please. I still give you back your safety goggles. I want you to hold your hands. I just put the powder in it. Very good. Okay, maybe you should come over here. Come here. Okay, we have heat, we have fuel, and we need oxygen by spreading this fine powder in the air, okay? So air can surround these little particles. So I want you to throw that in the flame, okay? Ready, set, go! Almost. Thank you very much. You did a great job. Thank you. Bigger applause, people, bigger. Okay, thank you. You know, it's science. It doesn't always work. So let's get back to our rocket. We need a fuel that can be easily ignited, okay? But although this seems to be a very cool and very simple experiment, you should never, I repeat, you should never do it at home. So you should never drill a 5mm hole right in the center of the cap, okay? You should never do that. I said 5mm, okay? You should never pour, thank you very much. You should never pour pure alcohol in it, okay? Sorry, gas was still coming out here. You should never ever screw back the cap on, and you should never shake it. Because what would happen here is alcohol would start to evaporate, and alcohol vapor would fill this bottle here. And through this hole, you should never ignite the alcohol, because that would happen. Okay, you're sitting at the worst place, but maybe I can just come here. So I'm shaking it, cleaning off the excess alcohol from the outside, and I will ignite it. No, I want to do it, okay? I don't want any of you to be close here. We just got a rocket. Okay, hold that glass, hold that bottle. What do you feel? Is it cold or hot? It's hot, exactly. The bottle got really hot. As soon as I ignited it, air inside got very, very hot. It expanded and came through this little hole here. So we made real rocket. But the problem is, when you're looking at real rockets, they don't use alcohol. They probably drink it instead. So they don't use alcohol, they use something called hydrogen. Hydrogen is what I have in this balloon, and hydrogen is what I have in that balloon, but I cannot use it now. Hydrogen is highly flammable. That's why you should never fill balloons with it in a party, especially if someone smokes around the balloon. Because what would happen is that little balloon would be really scared, okay? Getting back to our little gas torch, I show you what happens if you put flame near the hydrogen. I really hate this ventilation, I have to tell you. Or maybe it's just scared. Okay, ready? Okay, this might be a bit loud, so I want all of you to cover your ears, okay? 5, 4, start it again, people. Count down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that would be proper rocket fuel. And we have the rocket here. We have the fuel here. How can I get the hydrogen in the rocket? Oh, turn it upside down, exactly. But for this, I will need some of the water to come out. So this bottle is filled completely with water, and I will let some hydrogen flow in there. One more thing that is very, very, very important, the rockets don't only use hydrogen, they also contain fuel, they also contain oxygen. Oops. That is now in this rocket. So we have oxygen and hydrogen together. When I ignite it, it will have enough oxygen and hydrogen mixed that it can fly, hopefully. Are you ready? So let's count down. I don't think it will work, but we can try. It might be very good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, it wasn't too big. We can improve it, but we made a real hydrogen-fueled rocket. And for the end, I want to show you one of my favorite experiments. But for that, I would need a volunteer. You can come. You can come as well. Come here. Hey, I'm Laszlo. What's your name? Mihailo? Luna. Okay, big applause to the two great volunteers. I want you to come back here, behind the stage, or behind the table, so everyone can see you. Are your parents here? Oh.
I'm not.
Oh, you are not with your parents. Good, so you will be good.
Yes, I am. I was thinking you said, am I a parent?
Oh, actually, I believed you were not, but thank you very much. You're cute. Okay. So, I didn't tell you in the beginning, but I will burn you guys, okay? I will set you on fire. Is that a good idea?
No.
Okay, there is some disagreement here. The audience says yes, and you say no. Who should I believe? Okay.
Us, believe us.
Okay, you are closer, and I'm afraid of you. So, we will make something that will make your ignition much easier. We need some flammable gas here, but instead of hydrogen, I will use camping gas. And in order to capture this camping gas, I will use soapy water. So what you see here are soap bubbles filled with camping gas, which is mostly propane. It also contains some butane, but it doesn't matter. Both of the gases are flammable. Okay, I want you guys to wash your hands, okay? Clean hands burn better. Okay, wash your hands, very good. And I want you to collect the bubbles here from the table, okay? Okay, you can scoop it up from there. Take it off. Very good, very good. Take it off, all of it. Very good. So now come in the front, okay? Who wants to be first? Maybe I put your hair back, okay? I want you to hold out your hand, and no matter how scared you will be, you should not jump away. And one more thing that is more important, no matter how scared you are, don't put the flame in my face, okay?
I'm still scared.
You're still scared. I start with her, okay? Ready? Okay. Maybe just collect it in one hand, okay? Very good. Are you ready? Smile. I think you have a little in your other hand. Let's try it, okay? You want it? No. Okay, as you wish. Thank you very much. Big applause to the 2 brave volunteers. Okay, I was wrong in the beginning. You should not wet your hand because it burns better if you are clean. Shh. Hang on for a second. You need to wet your hand because water can save you, okay? Water works as a protective layer here. What happens here, partly water can conduct heat away from your head. Also, as it evaporates, it needs energy, it needs heat that takes it from your head. So actually it keeps it cool. Well, part of the phenomenon is also that hot air rises and your head is below the flame, so it's much safer this way. Okay, of course, you can do the same experiment with other body parts of yours. I would need an assistant for the next experiment. You can come, little girl in pink. Okay. Hi, my name is Laszlo. Milica. Oh, you've been here before. Oh, sorry. Never mind. You have great practice on stage. Okay, Milica will help me igniting me. Okay? Should I burn myself? Yes, okay. I give you the matches. What body part should I burn, my hand or my head? Okay, I was afraid of that. As I said, you need to wet your head. You may need to burn me, okay? Just 1 second. Sorry, there was a little accident here. Just a second. I need some more time. Okay. This should be good now. Go ahead. And this way I don't need a haircut. Okay, I try to find my microphone. Just to thank you your attention. You were a great audience. And of course, needless to say that some of these experiments were quite dangerous. You should never, ever use fire at home unless your parents are there. And even if your parents are there, you should never, ever burn anything on you, okay? If you promise this, the rest of the experiments were quite safe, so you can do them at home, but ask your parents before that. Thank you very much.
Jedan veliki pozdrav za Laszlo.